Hi everybody, Russell here from VectorVest, and let's get into it today. So first up, please note our license there, and you can find out more about us per our financial license per our webpage there. And in addition, please note there, I'm not licensed to give personal advice. I can only give you general advice. Please speak to your financial advisor. Past performance does not guarantee of future results. Forecasts and backtests used or discussed in this presentation are intended as guide only, and the actual results may be affected by known or unknown risks and uncertainties, and therefore may differ materially from the results ultimately achieved. Let's jump into it. So in the weekly essay there, we have put together some of the best performing stocks, and I want to show you how you can do this with the power of VectorVest. It's really easy to do. All right, so you don't have to do it. Of course, I've done it all for you already. But if you choose, I would highly recommend practicing this technique here. It's nice and easy to do, and it gives you some great examples there of top performing stocks. So first up, let's look at the three best performers where there were no price limits. So we're going to run this analysis here. Who were the best performers from 1 July 2021 to 30 June 2022? So to begin with, I'm going to set the date there being the 30th of June 2022 because that's when the financial period ends. We're going to go and look back 365 days. So in here on the parameters, stocks, price volume, price split adjusted. I want to take the split into account just in case. Operator is going to be delta. And the value here, I'm going to set this to being 365 days. And then I'm going to say greater than or equal to, and I'm going to put in at least 100%. All right, push on OK, run the search. Now, the next trick then is I'm going to quick test all. And this is where you need to be careful because on the date box here, we're going to go back for that financial period. So we're then going to set it, all right, so it's going to end on the 30th of June 2022, and it started, yep, you got it, on 1 July. It would have started 1 July 2021. All right, so I just need to bring that back. Here we go. 1 July 2021 to 30 June 2022. That's the financial period. Click Run Test, and then click on Percentage Price Change. So there we are. You can see IKW, SMI, and LIN. Look at those returns. Powerful returns. All right, so that's how quick and easy it was to do. So for the next one here, what I want to do is I want to make sure that we're going to show you how to simulate the next result there. So three best performers, stocks over $1 must have been greater than $1 at purchase and at sale date, assuming you sold at the end of the financial period, that being 30 June 2022. So how do we do it? Let's keep the top line the same, so that's all good. Now, I don't often teach this. Date, time, click here, and click on custom date and time. So this box will pop up, and I'm going to make it a specific date and time. So on here I'll click on that button there for the date. This will then pop up, and I'll bring it in 1 July. As of 1 July 2021, stock, price volume, price split adjusted, yep, you got it, greater than or equal to $1. So as of 1 July 2021, the price must have been at least $1 or higher. Run the search. Now what we'll do here is we'll quick test all, and like we did last time, click on the date box here and make sure that you're running it as of 1 July 2021 to 30 June 2022. Click Run Test, and here you go. There it is again, right? So you'll see first place there, AVR, followed by YAL, followed by WHC. And you'll see that there in your weekly essay. So that's how we do the second one. See how quick and easy and fun it is to do. Third one there we ran. Three best performers, stocks over $10 must have been greater than $10 at purchase and at sale date. Right, the next one we looked at there, the three best performers where the stocks were over $10. So yep, you got it. $10 here. So both at purchase and as of the end of the financial year, right? $10. And if I run the search, I'm not finding anything. So this is a bit aggressive. So 100%, let's change that to being, let's say, 20%. And let's run the search again. Yes, we've got a few candidates. That's good. Let's quick test all. And what we need to do here is we need to, yep, you got it, change the date again. So 2021, 1 July 2021 to 30 June 2022, run the test. And here are those returns. Now, this is an index. I'm not going to count that, but we've got CPU at 46%, ZIM at 23%, and WTC, WiseTech, at 19%. So you can see that these are all well over $10. All right, we'll close that here. The next test we had there, 3 best performance stocks over $20. So they must have been over $20 both at purchase and as of the end of the financial period. So you got it. We just change this one now, put it to 20 and repeat. And here we go, quick test all. And we'll line up the dates correctly again on the quick test. So we'll bring that to 30th of June 2022. So this goes to 1 July 2021 and run the test. All right, so you can see here ZIM, WTC, and EBO. So there's WiseTech and ZIM popping up again. All right, let's close out of here. The next one we ran a test for, and that was the best performers in the ASX 200. So all we have to do here now is just simply remove this line for now. And what we're going to do here is we're going to come in here and go stocks, filter by, watchlist, equals, and then in here we'll go to the S&P ASX. You've all got access to this one here. And I'll select the ASX 200. There we are. So let's run the search. This will now tell us best performers. Here we can probably be a bit more fussy just to limit it out because we've got quite a few. So let's put it at, say, at least 50% and run the search again. All right. So here we are. We'll quick test all and we'll set the date back again. So here we go. So this one goes to 30th of June 2022, 1 July 2021, run the test, sort in descending order. There we are, AVZ 387, CXO 306, and Whitehaven Coal there at 148. Notice that just because it's on the ASX 200, doesn't mean that all these are going to be over $1. That's certainly not the case, so just be aware of that. This was a 16-cent share that went to 78 cents. This is a 23-cent share that went to 95 cents. This was $1.95 that went to $4.84. So just be mindful of that. Just because it's ASX 200 doesn't mean that you're not going to find penny stocks. So hence some of the other awards that we gave as such, stocks over $10 or $20 or $1 to make up for that. All right, closing out of here. The last one I've got here, and that is the 3 best performers dividend yield of 3% or better at purchase and as of the end of the financial period, where the price was at least $1 or better. Now, just to speed things up, I've created the search here just to speed things up. So time of search, we've covered this today. Delta, I put it at least say 30%. You can dial it up. We only need to find 3 top performers, but this gives me a good cutoff point. And then on here, time of search. So I've put the actual specific time. So just be aware of that. Customize date and time. Make sure that when you set the date, right, so there it's going to be 1 July 2021. Make sure that you click on specific, all right? And that's how you put that in. 1 July 2021, yield of at least 3% or better. And then I also noted 30 June 2022, yield of at least 3% or better. So when you're looking to acquire, it's 3%, and as of the end of the financial period, it's at least 3%. It may have dipped between these 2 points here. So if you want, you could put in another check and balance a couple of months later to just make sure that the yield is at least 3% or better. What we'll do when we run the search here, we'll go and double check just to make sure that the yield's held up by graphing the dividend yield. All right, and then as of here, stock price split adjusted as of 1 July 2021. It needs to have been at least $1. All right, so $1 or better. So if I run the search here, and then, yep, you got a quick test all. So this is the last time we'll do it now. And so you'll become an expert at doing it now. So 30th of June, 2022, 1 July, 2021, run the test, and then click on the sort there to get the returns. So let's double check now. So these were the best returns, and let's grab our top 3 there, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to view the stock graph. So these were at least $1, yes, good, and when the end of the financial period came, they held up and were at least $1. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to double check. I just want to put on dividend yield. So we just want to simply put on the dividend yield. Let's make it jump out a bit more. Right, so if you're missing dividend yield, remember how you add it, add parameter, dividend analysis, dividend yield, and you select it. I'm going to change the style, and I'm going to make it jump out just a tad more. There we go. So what I want to do when I go back to July, right, so I'm going back to 1 July, so June, here we are, here's 1 July, we can see the yield is 3.56. Now, when I'm looking here at let's put in a horizontal line, I wanted to maintain 3% or better as of 1 July. All right, so I'll bring it in here. Here we are, here's 1 July. And you can see it held, it did dip temporarily below here, but it came back up by 30 June. So it's up to you as to whether you want to include it. Let's see if we just make sure we can get them all jumping out perfectly. So horizontal line, well, I didn't even need to run that because it never dipped below 4.5. So it's fair to say that KOV definitely met that criteria. So there's your first one. Next one here, and you can see if we go back to 1 July, so just pull it back a bit to 1 July, and where was the yield at 4.17? I don't think it dropped below 3% because it certainly didn't go there. That's about 3.5 or 3. Let's just double check. I'll just make 100% certain. All right, so you can see 3.63. No, so it doesn't look like it dropped below, which is good. So your next one there was BIS. All right, so the first one didn't make it. All right, VLS, but KOVBIS, and let's double check this one here, TGR. And same deal again. So we'll go back to 30 July. Here we are. So coming back to July. All right, or should I say 1 July. You can see over here it was a staggering 4.82. It's pretty good. And it dips below here at 3.91, but that's okay. And then we run all the way to 30 June. All right, so June, 30 June. It still held up 3.13. There we go. So that's a lucky last. All right, so I'll close out of here, and it's TGR. All right, so that's how we did it. And those are all the different awards as such in terms of the top performers. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at all of these companies, and I've put it into a master watch list. Let's have a quick look here. So in your weekly essay, we've given you a link, so you can just simply pull that into a watch list. So what you do is you create a new watch list. So when you hop to watch list viewer here, you just create a new group, and you might call it, best performers, for example. Create the group. You don't have to create the group, but let's just say you want to, and then you create a new watch list, and again you give it a name. So let's say you call it best performers. You don't have to create a group. You could just click on one of the groups already and then create the watch list. And then once you've set that up, you see now from here, this is where you can go and import. All right, so you then just import it and bring in that file that you can download. That will give you the link per the weekly essay. Now let's just speed things up and conclude here by going to the best performers. I've already done it for us. I've imported all that in already. And here it all is, and let's bring it right through as of the current date time recording here today. So that is my 5th of July. Here are all the stocks. Now you'll see a few are sell rated, so you certainly wouldn't be rushing out to buy any of the sell rateds. And of course, just be careful, we're still in a confirmed down. So again, it must tie back to your investing plan. And if you're using the confirmed signals or the DEW or whatever it might be, stick to your trading rules. At what point do you look to go and buy in? So just bearing in mind that we're still in a confirmed down, we're still in a DEW down, we still do not have any GLB RT kicker lights lighting up telling us to go in. But having a look at the overall watch list over here, let's just have a quick look here. So here are the standout type of features, just to show you. If I go back just to, let's say 2 years worth here, look at those returns over the last 2 years. The yield here has actually been pretty impressive. It's between about 2 to 3%. So very interesting from a dividend perspective. Look at the earnings growth rate. Wow, look at that growth really surging up nicely there. That's what you like to see. That gives you a lot of confidence with the type of portfolio you're building there. Net profit margin there at 33%. Let's make that jump out just a tad more there. So very strong there at 33%. Sales, if we make that an area graph and make that jump out as well. Nice to see solid sales there across all those stocks. Big uplift taking place here, which is impressive to see. From a short-term price momentum perspective, look at that over there. It's been holding pretty steady above 1. Only a couple of days here where it's gone below. It's gone back above 1 in recent times. And then if I do this, this is really impressive here. If I go over here and quick test all, and I'll run it back all the way back to 2020. So here we are, January 2nd, 2020. Just run that test just to show you there, over 400% returns, right, to January 2020 and through until 5 July 2022. And let's just go back, let's say just a couple of months here. We'll do it for the financial period, so we'll run it 1 July. There we are. And we'll quick test all through until 30 June. So we'll bring that back till 30 June for the financial period. So here are those powerful performers, and there are those returns, 239%. Look at those returns. All right. Now, some of these stocks here are penny stocks. So if you're not a fan of penny stocks, well, sure, you don't have to consider any of those, but there are plenty here that are not penny stocks. All right, so lots of different variations depending on all the different ways that we looked for the top performers, but that's a real basket of power right there. And you can certainly go and have a bit of fun and run it through some stress testing to see what you think of all those stocks. So hope you got a lot out of it. Some of the best stocks there for 1 July 2021 to 30 June 2022. Until next week, bye for now.